I'm Mark O'Shea, a zoologist specialising in reptiles.
You beauty!
Get it!
Behave! I'm melting my boots on the active volcano of Krakatau. When it erupted, all life perished. I've come to witness the return of the reptiles. There's one.
And he's going up that tree.
But this volcano could blow again at any time. Krakatau blew up on August the 27th, 1883. The volcanic eruption was one of the greatest ever recorded, with a force of more than 10,000 atomic bombs. All that was left, the mountain behind me and the rock I'm standing on. No living thing survived here, or on any of the surrounding islands. I've come to investigate how life returned after one of the world's greatest catastrophes. The eruption of Krakatau, or Krakatoa as we know it, was so loud it was heard in Australia. Its force created a tsunami wave 7 stories high, drowning over 36,000 people in Java and Sumatra. Krakatau's 3 islands became 4 in 1930 when Anak, a new volcanic island, rose up from the ocean. It erupts about once a year, so it'll give me a sense of how all the islands must have looked after the 1883 disaster. Australian zoologist Simon Cook was last here during an eruption, and he was almost killed by a poisonous gas cloud.
You'll tell me if you notice anything ominous, won't you, Vin, as you've been here before?
I'm pretty sure you'll notice it as well. Big rocks will be flying out the top. It's a bit hard to miss.
It's nearly a year since Anak last blew, so worryingly, the next explosion is due any time.
How much warning are you liable to get if it's going to erupt?
Well,
can you get off?
Yeah, sometimes it shakes and rumbles a little bit and you've got 5 minutes to run off.
5 minutes?
Maybe. Sometimes it just goes off with no warning at all. All of a sudden there's rocks flying out the top, and if that happened you'd be in real trouble.
In the early 90s, an American tourist was killed by boulders thrown out when the volcano exploded without warning. Anak is not the safest place to go for a walk. After the 1883 eruption, all Krakatau's islands were covered in scorching ash, settling at depths of hundreds of feet.
The steam coming out those vents up there. Yeah. Does that affect safety levels?
You get some really noxious gases coming out of volcanoes, so...
Hydrogen sulfide and the like?
Yeah, carbon monoxide, all sorts of stuff. And just carbon dioxide, if you get a big cloud of that, of course, you can't breathe.
Yeah,
so
you're dropped.
We'll see how we go.
Extremely antisocial, chucking rocks the size of this around.
Yeah, it'd really
it'd ruin your weekend if you were camping up here and that dropped on your tent. To chuck these sort of things out and actually chuck them onto other islands just takes force beyond your imagination. It was this kind of hostile landscape that life had to contend with as it struggled to return to the nearby island of Krakatau after the 1883 eruption.
Amazing to think that 120 years ago, Krakatau looked like this, moonscape. It's a pretty resilient thing, life.
There won't be many reptiles here. Even plants are struggling to survive the continual eruptions. To find snakes and lizards and discover how they manage to recolonise a barren, bleak environment, we must investigate Anak's neighbouring islands. To reach Krakatau, reptiles must make an incredible journey. 27 miles of treacherous seas from Java or Sumatra. Some swim, others float on rafts of wood or vegetation. Reptiles are cold-blooded, so they can go long periods without food, but it's still an awesome challenge. So's finding any, especially at sea. Don't come back till you find something interesting. Drop it on my foot, why don't you?
I'm tempted at this stage.
Whoa!
Want some more?
Yeah! On me head! There you are. There's a colonist for you. A coconut with this thick husk that protects them on long oceanic voyages.
There you go, mate.
Oh, now that looks really interesting. There's about half a dozen crabs on this one piece of timber alone. Look, we've got a stowaway. It's going up your leg. If you scale this up to a whole tree that's collapsed off a subsiding bank on an island somewhere, and it's gone into the sea already with terrestrial animals on it, insects, small lizards, maybe even a snake. None of those animals are willingly going to jump off and swim for it. So they're going to sit tight, eating one another, and then eventually the tree gets cast up on a foreign shore. And rather like Noah's Ark, all the animals jump off. Colonists arrive at random, by sea and air. Once ashore, they need food. Plants and trees can thrive once the volcanic ash is broken down into soil by wind and rain. When they're established, plant-eating animals and insects can survive. Only then can meat-eaters colonise. So the higher up the food chain, the longer it takes. 9 months after the 1883 eruption, the first expedition here found only one living creature. This is a big female orb-weaving spider. First animal ever recorded as recolonising Krakatau after the eruption was a spider, scaled down from this considerably, of course. Creatures don't have to have wings to arrive by air. Small spiders pay out long threads of silk that get caught by gusts of wind like a kite. The spider can then be carried vast distances. When they've done collections up from hot air balloons and even higher, they've actually found spiders up there. Small spiders is one thing, but you wouldn't want something this size parachuting down onto your head, especially if they've got quite a venomous bite. By recording the reptiles we find, we can get a good snapshot of how recolonisation is progressing. I'm hoping to find some skinks, but they're very fast moving. There's one. Move.
He's just gone up this tree.
Hey?
Very fast too, he's right up there.
You cheeky varmint.
Yeah, he knows he can get away any time, so he's just going to sit there.
A Mabuya skink. On the mainland, they're ground dwellers, but here it looks like they're adapting their behaviour so they can hunt insects in the trees. Simon believes their legs and feet may be evolving to make tree climbing easier. But to prove it, we need to take accurate measurements. Down the tree, like a rat, straight down the tree, and across in front of me. Oh. I don't know about this volcano causing havoc and destruction in the vegetation.
You reckon it might have been me?
I think you're pretty good at it yourself.
Just got tangled in all this stuff.
I think they're a bit like Superman. And this is their telephone kiosk. They get under a piece of log and they go and suddenly they are a piece of log. Here comes the rain.
This is what they call it, rainforest, mate.
There's one.
Yep.
There. I know where he's gone to ground. He's right down here. Oh! Don't move. You beauty! I got one! I got him after all. The only skink that's successfully colonised here. I don't want to let him go. It says beautiful yellow stripes down his side, which quite unusual for this species. Skinks aren't good swimmers, so they must have rafted here. No other small, day-active lizards have made it, so these skinks exploited the chance to find food in the trees unopposed, adapt and survive.
That's what we've just found. This is a snare trap for monitor lizards, obviously set by poachers. I'm not sure how it's supposed to work, but it ain't going to work no more.
There's an illegal trade in monitor lizard skins in Sumatra. One of Krakatau's most spectacular reptiles may be at risk.
It's a protected species on a nature reserve, and those guys are acting illegally.
We'll carefully examine all our catches on Krakatau. Perhaps we'll find a species never recorded here before. These skinks were first recorded here 80 years ago. Now they're thriving.
What I'm planning to do once I've got enough measurements off these guys is compare them with the ones that are on Java and Sumatra, which is the parent population. You can see how far they've moved away in terms of their body design, and it'll give us some idea of the pace of evolution.
Here we've got a situation that may be taking place within the lifetime of a human being. I hadn't expected to see evolution actually at work.
Skinks may rule the trees by day, but at night, geckos take over. Common house geckos hitch rides on boats. Where humans go, they go. They're the most widespread geckos in the world, but there aren't many here.
Just hearing one house gecko does not bode well. You can hear more than one house gecko if you go into a house.
Oh, here we go.
Oh, Tokay, good man.
It's a very spectacular gecko. He's around your side now, mate. Here he is.
Don't let him go up. And a decent sized one.
There we go.
Well done.
He's trying to have a good go at me.
If it bites you, expect to wear it for about 10 minutes.
Yeah, they really cling on, these guys. They've got great jaws.
When they're good and ready, don't they?
Like house geckos, tokays are known stowaways. But few boats land near here, so these pugnacious pirates probably rafted here.
I reckon we're taking him back to the boat. We could use him for opening bottles of beer. Because he's got such a bite on him, he's going to have
He's making
you.
a bit of a whale. He's got a pretty good grip on my finger too. Oh, that's not the call you usually hear when they're just cruising around on the trees. That's just trying to be a bit nasty.
Their name comes from their loud and distinctive call.
Okay. Yeah.
And you can actually get them to call back to you. They haven't got a great line in conversation, I have to say.
Ooh, he's getting nasty now.
Hey.
There's one calling now.
Back there. Back there.
I've yet to come across any snakes that have successfully returned to Krakatau's forests. In 1933, an expedition to these islands glimpsed a small, dark, fast-moving snake which vanished into the night before it could be identified. Perhaps its descendants are around here somewhere, just waiting for us to find them. "3 hours, one gecko. Reptile hunting on the volcanic islands of Krakatau is harder than I'd hoped."
Oh, there's something. There's a lizard down here on the ground.
Oh, I've got you! I've got you!
Bloody hell, I've got it. He's a big fellow. Yeah. How about that? How about that reactions, eh?
Nice work. He's decent size.
Hold still. I've got him, I've got him. Behave now. Behave. Jaws like a gin trap.
Yeah, and you get bitten by him, you get some pretty nasty bacteria in the cuts too.
This is the water monitor lizard. The Indo-Malay water monitor lizard, and this is a big one. A good half of his length is that tail. That's what he uses to swim. When he swims, he leaves his legs alongside his body, and he just drives himself through the water in a serpentine motion using that flattened keeled tail.
Beautiful specimen.
Absolutely.
Monitors were seen here just 6 years after the eruption, A 27-mile swim from the mainland is nothing for these guys, but to be an early coloniser, you must be able to eat what little food is available.
They'll eat crabs along the beach, anything that washes up dead. Provided it's animal, dead or alive, and they can get it into their mouth, they'll eat it.
Yeah, not that
Which
choosy.
gives them probably the world's most noxious breath, but...
Well, I don't generally kiss them. I'm a bit
You haven't
worried.
been out here that long, I guess.
Well, no, you do spend a lot of time over here, don't you?
Yeah.
At least he's avoided the poacher's traps. I'll release him in the morning.
This water monitor's looking a bit lean. It could be that the pickings aren't all that good here on Rakata. But unlike the other reptiles that have colonised these islands, he has a choice. He can swim to another island. You can see what an excellent swimmer he is. He's perfectly adapted to colonising islands. In fact, the water monitor is spread throughout the whole of the Indo-Malay archipelago. He is a coloniser par excellence.
Our next destination is Panyang, where the paradise tree snake has been recorded. This amazing creature can glide out of trees to escape predators. I've never seen one in action. Simon is confined to his cabin with a stomach upset, so I'm joined by local guide Samsel, who tells me how Panyang was affected by the eruption.
When it was Big Bang, all the lands it was burned or
All life was wiped out here.
Yeah.
So everything's come here has come from Java or Sumatra.
Yeah.
Panyang catches a lot of driftwood. It would be one of the first destinations for snakes rafting from the mainland. The snake that eluded the 1933 expedition may well have been a paradise tree snake. They're small, fast-moving and live high in the canopy. Hard to catch and identify.
That is just a perfect tree for something like a tree snake. It goes on and on and on. We have a lot of fun with lianas.
Paradise tree snakes eat geckos, so finding trees with geckos on could lead us to the snakes.
There should be geckos under this bark. Anywhere else there would be.
Oh, Chicha.
Chick-chack?
Yes.
There is geckos under this bark, then where is it?
Down here.
Right.
There. Here.
No, there he is. Yes, I have him.
Got him.
Great stuff. So, there we go. There it is. House gecko, or chick-chack as it's locally known, and the prey of the paradise tree snake.
This species, the Indo-Pacific house gecko, has not been found here before, an exciting first record for Krakatau. It's an unusual species that exists in female-only populations. She can reproduce without the need for a male, making her a great colonizer.
Shit, there's a tree snake, and he's going up that tree. My God, those fellas can climb better than I've got any hope of climbing after them. Oh, dear.
I've got stuck. Oh, stone me. They not only come down from trees very quick, they can go up them very quick. That's beyond me, that tree, Sam. I couldn't get up there.
Maybe I can try.
OK, take care.
This is a rare sighting of the mildly venomous and beautiful paradise tree snake. But it's going to be tricky to catch.
Take care, Sam, because that bark, I tried to climb it. It's really slippy.
You don't look it, but it is.
Okay. I'm safe now.
OK.
Should I cut the trees?
The branch... No. I don't want to defoliate the tree. We want to find where the snake is.
I cut this branch and you catch it.
Yes, but he's not on that. Oh, there he is, on the end. Is that him there? There he is.
Yes?
He's on the end.
Yes?
He's on the end of the bush here.
Yeah?
Absolutely. Crikey. You fooled me. You've got sharp eyes there, Sam. Right, what I'm going to do is clear some of this area. I can't move that out of the way, Ron.
Or you can cut the trees. Use
No, I can't cut a lot of trees down. This island's trying to recover from a volcanic eruption. If you cut that
Yes.
and drop that branch to me,
Okay, I'm ready now.
I will
Okay.
be able to catch the snake. Hang on. Got it.
Yeah, get it.
Well done.
Ow. Okay, so I throw away the knife.
Yeah, drop the knife. Well done, Sam. You're a star. Now you get yourself down here safely. Phew. Unbelievable. Did I think we were going to get one of these? No, I did not. Hey, man, that was brilliant.
Thank you.
There it is. It's a beautiful snake. It's one of the most attractive snakes. It's got this ability to just... I mean, he came down quite clumsy.
Yeah.
But if he'd come down controlled, he could have glided out of
I saw it. It's like when it's falling.
Yes.
I saw it can be wider like this.
It can widen itself. But he came down in a very, very uncontrolled manner. He probably hopes none of his friends saw him. This snake can flatten its ribs to make its body concave, a bit like a parachute. This allows it to control its descent out of trees, which is why it's sometimes known as a flying snake. You can see the strength in the backbone of this snake as it reaches out and bridges gaps. And then they try to go. A remarkable snake. Could it be the unidentified species spotted by the expedition in 1933? Certainly matches the description. Small, dark, fast-moving. Trouble is that the species wasn't actually recorded for these islands for another 50 years. But these snakes are good colonisers. They're great swimmers, and as tree canopy dwellers, they could easily be in a mainland tree that fell into the ocean and drifted here. I see no reason why they couldn't have arrived 50 years earlier than previously thought. Notice how he's moving, that jerky motion that's so that he blends in with the vegetation when the wind blows, which means that his prey wouldn't see him. And now he's demonstrating just how good a tree snake is at bridging a small gap. Whoa! How about that? That was impressive. Gliding to the ground is one thing, but showing the control to be able to glide into another tree, that fella's earned his freedom for sure. We've found some spectacular reptiles and seen the skills that enabled them to recolonise the islands of Krakatau after their amazing journeys across rough seas. It's impossible to come here and not be impressed by the ingenuity and resilience of life. One day, this volcano will blow again. But when it does, there's every chance that it will return some of the neighbouring islands to this sort of desolation. If that happens, however, from what we've seen here, we know that life will again prevail. Come on, stop messing about.
Just because you're an 8-stone weakling.
9.5? That is hot, not from the sun, but from forces deep down.
No, I think it's from the sun, man.
Do you?
Yeah. You ever smelt anything like that before? Sulfur deposit?
Every time I go past your room.